playing fucking weird. Sorry, I did part of it and it wasn't locking in. Jesus. God, everything's a fucking disaster today, but we're sending it. That way you don't have to listen to the whole song, I guess. Fuck it. It's already on fire. Let's burn this shit down today. I'm turning Kick on too. All right, we are ready to go here. Good morning, Abby. Jeez, what a nightmare today, huh? Fucking hey.
Good morning. Oh, what? It's been an awesome day. Today has been great.
So let me start out with the how you doing, because that is how after, I'm going to use the Keemstar line today after starting with Glammy of the how you doing, because I feel like that's the most nicest and most evil question to ask you right up front.
I'm good. That's the answer I'm going to give. I'm good. I don't know. We'll see how this stream goes. We'll see. We'll see if we'll end my day with some crying. I know that people fucking love it.
I figured you'd be done with all that by now. All the tears aren't gone yet?
Yeah, they never end. Oh, those tears will go away.
Well,
thank you.
You weren't the only one today with that.
No, I wasn't.
Miss Glammy Lammy started out the morning here with White Owl. I got to watch through with them quite a bit. Glammy started out with a couple Smirnoff Ices in her system and the plunger. And when the plungers come out, nothing ever goes well, right? Like, I know that it's one of the things that your chat wants the most, but yeah, Miss Glammy came in and ended up having issues with White Owl. And I know you guys are all here for things, but I want to just start out with the morning, guys. We're starting out with a little bit of the morning. I believe Ultra's supposed to be coming in here today. So yeah, we're waiting for Ultra to load up. And I want to talk about the morning because the LCU kind of blew up yet again.
I'm also technically kind of a part of that. Like, I am excited for the stream in a little bit. I'm excited to see Keem go over that and like grill Glammy again for that. Makes you feel a little justified. Got something to look forward to.
Yeah. So Keemstar pops in after Glammy crashes out. I jumped in right before because Glammy was getting to the point of shutting down. And
yeah. Oh, it was getting bad. Like, we were in main chat sitting there saying like it's like, this is hard to watch. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if she turned it off. Because, like, I mean, I've cried like that. I've not cried like that on stream. That's a, like, fetal position cry that she was doing.
Ice Coffee Girl saying ping Ultra in the Discord to wake his ass up. We're not on Low Cow Jesters anymore. That's not my fucking responsibility.
He's awake. He sent something in chat. So, I mean, he's
when
up.
Ultra's ready, he can pop in. Actually, maybe he can't. Let me double check. I don't know what roles he has.
Well,
maybe he can't.
It was put in the docket.
Okay. He's not in member waiting. I'll keep an eye out for him. Yeah, it's not my job to wake Ultra up anymore. You know what? Fuck the Glammy stuff at this point. I am going to say this. If he decides to come up today, I am going to do my very best to be unbiased on this, because I truly do want to host a chat between Abby and Ultra that has been fair. Ultra went up.
Oh, you're saying the chat earlier wasn't fair? You're saying the stream I did earlier, that wasn't fair?
I want to say that Allie, and you can give me your opinions on this. I found Allie to be, and Wonder Woman to an extent, to be as balanced as possible, right? Allie didn't know the entirety of it, but she tried to sort things out and ask questions, sometimes to pull back against it. I'm very friendly with Lucy Goose. Like, I've had no issues with her, but I found today to be terrifically unbalanced when it came time to it. Now, I understand her and Ultra are friends. She feels very protective of him. And she wanted to possibly, I guess I would say probably push on points that she wanted answered, but it was so much to the point that you couldn't even say things as you were being asked questions because it was just like an overhead Superman punch every time.
Yeah.
And that was something I was not fine with.
Or I would give answers to things and it wasn't good enough. And she like didn't understand what I was saying. When I mean, I thought it was clear. Everyone else could understand what I was saying, but that stream was already pre-planned. Like, I think on Monday we had planned me coming up on Thursday. And, you know, Allie was the one that had put that all together. And because they do that where they have hosts come up and they ask them questions and they kind of ask like how you joined the LCU, what's your origin story, you know, all that. What are some things that people would want to know about you? Just stuff like that. I was really excited for today. And even after the Ultra stuff, I was still excited for that because I'm like, okay, I don't have to talk about that. Like, I got some time. I hop up on Fire, whatever. I'll do it there. And then when I got the message that, you know, we're going to have to talk about it a little bit, obviously, it was like, yeah, well, fuck. Okay. And I thought it was going to be fine. I knew that Allie and him were, or not Allie.
Lucy.
Yes.
I get it.
Lucy,
I'm bad with names too.
so
I'll try to save you when, because I get it's going to be a bit of a day for you.
I know Lucy and Ultra are friends, so I knew it was already like, okay, there will be a little bit of bias in this situation. I did not realize it was going to be that fucking bad. Like, I'm trying to explain my side of a story. There was literally no reason to like call me like a fucking retard over and over.
Right. And honestly, I'm going to say this. I would not only accept, but expect bias when you have a panel like that, right? Like, it's boring if there's just one point of view on it. And I fully expected Lucy to have a bias towards Ultra, and that would be acceptable. Like, you know, right up front, if you're going to say like, hey, I'm biased, whatever. But at the same point, it even got to the point where Wonder Woman's like, hey, you actually have to let her answer. Like, we're interviewing her. If you want to just say something, then you can say something. But like, we are ultimately interviewing Abby. So I had a bit of an issue with that. I'm going to go through some of my issues with Ultra because that came up today as well. And that might be on the back end of your guys' discussion as well. Because, I have said that, you know, post Fat Camp, I was not interested with doing another show with him again. And that has zero to do with what happened at Fat Camp. 1 second, my light is misbehaving. That has nothing to do with what happens. Oh, let me pull the goal off a stream. Jeez. That has nothing to do with what happened at Fat Camp. That's a gripe that I have individually with the way that he, as far as his work ethic was concerned. It came up on stream when he said, you know, we were talking about the docket thing. I really did take Keemstar's advice to heart back when Foxy Mama was talking about Batgirl, Snowgoth. It's very difficult as someone that needs more structure to have someone that does not do structure. I have, throughout the entire time of Jesters, put quite a bit of things in the docket, tried putting a lot of stuff in, and I understood right from the get-go that Ultra was not necessarily going to be that. But at the end of the day, when it comes to a show, I can't be putting things in every day, all day, and being like, well, what's the general topic you want to talk about today? Like, is there something cool you want to talk about? Is there like a thought, right? Because even if I'm just making even if both of us were just banging it out and making a thumbnail, at the end of the day, the thumbnail, you can't just have two of your faces there and just be like, it's us. Come look at us, right? Like you're going to have like a little bit of a pull and a flare, right? And I try to do that every day. And there could be judgments on my thumbnails. Everyone's got what they want to do. And guys, I am paying attention to chat here. I want to just kind of get a thought out up front. And we are waiting for Ultra here as well. But at the end of the day, I do need an idea of what you want to do. Perfect. Good timing.
Oh, wonderful timing.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Long time no see. How have you guys been?
Today or in general?
In general. Come on. Just in general, how have you been?
In general, like good.
Today
was a little bit rough.
Squad.
Today was a little bit rough. I'm not gonna lie.
Come on, Sour Power. Why'd you switch up on me like that, bro? We were good. We were doing our thing.
Was it a switch up?
I think so, yeah. For sure. Definitely a switch up.
Let me know what
compared to
of your thoughts
compared to someone. Yeah, I got you. I mean, compared to like someone that was telling me after every show about how the flow was so good, you liked it. It wasn't like before with Didi. I'm just saying, bro. You could have been a lot more fucking direct. I don't know. There's a problem with people in this universe and not being direct. You can go ahead and be direct now if you'd like. I'm here.
So one of the questions I asked you a bunch of times, and it pissed you off on the side conversations, I asked multiple times to you in private, do you want to be here? Do you want to do this? Correct?
Yes, you asked me that, and it pissed me off because, like, I do want to do this. Yes. And I was on 2 shows that were heavily improv. Local Test with Nightmare and Local Ozzy with Steak. They're both improv people.
Correct. So when you're saying am I being direct or not, that was one of my attempts to be direct because I was asking that question. I can celebrate the wins that we had. Like, I think the show was amazing, right? And I mean, Abby can also attest. Like, I can celebrate those wins. I'm not going to be like, oh, fuck you guys every minute, right? But I had serious concerns along the way that I feel like I brought up multiple times now.
I feel like, honestly, if you really go back on the shows, a lot of times, like, we would bring shit and I wouldn't use the docket, but I would definitely bring up shit of my own and we would talk about it. And a lot of the shows were structured around that. A lot of shit was planned on people coming on that I brought up as guests. Like a lot of our initial content as well. I mean, I'm the one that really pushed White out. And now look, he got to host and then that whole situation got fucked up.
Yeah.
I was pushing White out. So when it comes to not knowing anything, though, it's clear that I've brought up the issues that I had multiple times, right? Like I did want more of a sense of the show. I don't want to be surprised when I hit the go button on the show at the end of the day. Okay. Sour Power, I don't know what to tell you, bro. There were multiple times where like I felt like you showed up last minute, multiple times where I showed up last minute. We were both like doing IRL jobs and doing a show at 4 a.m. We were trying our best. Not my fault. You decided to switch up on me because you got Abby as a co-host, and I get it. You want to have your co-hosts back. That's cool. Wish I had that same fucking privilege, but whatever.
You're asking. You're saying this as if this was something that I got assigned here, just like we got assigned together at the end of the line. So when we first started, you approached me.
No. I know I did approach you, and I think it is funny that, like, you kind of went from like I don't mind doing back end shit. I don't mind, like, I'm doing this to help you. I want to get you up there. And I mean, I fucked with you for that. And then it turned into fuck Ultra. I don't want to even do a show with him. He fucking sucks ass. And that came out of fucking nowhere. So I don't know what to tell you. And I mean, I'll be honest, bro. I was on the adjuster room and it seemed like you were happy to like see like the situation I was in. You were in there laughing your ass off. I saw you.
Yeah, after a while I was. And do you know where part of that delineation ended? Because when you were traveling, I didn't expect you to come up, right? Like we determined at the end, you were traveling. I soloed a bunch of shows and I had other people that came up. But I also was like, can you give me the bare minimum? Take a couple photos of something interesting. Give me some little travel updates between times. And I received 2 pictures.
I'm sorry. What do you want? Do you want pictures of my brothers? Do you want pictures of my mom? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to send you, bro? A picture of the highway? Like,
I wanted a little bit of effort.
There was nothing interesting to show you. Maybe next time I'll chat GBT AI some generated fucking images.
Well, you're the IRL king.
Look nice on the way there.
You couldn't have done anything in real life for a moment.
I am the IRL king. But the thing is, when I'm coming here and I've already got personal shit that I don't want to talk about for you with my mom, if you didn't notice, the background is different for a reason. I'm already dealing with shit. I'm not going to be open about that because that's not the type of person I am. I keep my shit to myself.
That's fine.
That's why I was very clear with you multiple weeks before. And I said to you, hey, Sour Power, we weren't even supposed to be live during that month. I get that we were. That's
Correct.
not on you, and that's not on me. That's cool. But at the same time, I told you like 2 or 3 weeks before, hey, bro, this week I'm gonna be gone. Eid's coming around the corner. And I gave you like genuinely a good reason too. Like it wasn't like me saying, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go sit on my ass on vacation. You take care of Jester while I go look around the US. I was actually doing shit. I'm not trying to play victim here. I get it. I wish that like cool. If the pictures were that important to you, I'm sorry. At the end of the day, I tried. There was nothing that interesting, and I'm not gonna be in the Uber like, hey, bro, let's make some IRL content. The guy's like tired as fuck and already driving 4 hours.
Yeah, I'm just saying that I was willing to take on considerable load for this, and I felt like I just got ditched at the end because you're like, fuck it, I'm going to fat camp. See you later. Right. And again, we did have an agreement, but you totally ditched at the end.
Bro,
you popped up once on a show, but I didn't get any other. Just do a fun little update or something. That's just one of my multiple gripes, but that's just exhibiting some of the issues.
I can take some accountability with that if that's how you felt. I wish that you were more open about it because when I talked to you, you were pretty like cool about it and you were like a cool co-host about it. So I was like, all right, we're chilling. And then now after the whole situation, you're just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna bring this up. It just feels like you're like making shit bigger on purpose. And I'm sorry if you felt a certain kind of way. Wish you would have brought it up much earlier, Sour Power.
Well, how much do I have to yell at someone in order? Because we still have to do a show, right?
Yeah. Bro, you don't need to yell at me, bro. We're co-hosts. We can just talk it out. I have my own way of thinking.
That's my point.
All the fucking shows, Sour Power, and I told you this and behind the scenes that I feel like have a lot of potential and do well are shows with 2 co-hosts that think differently, do shit differently, and then they bring that together. And I thought we were doing well, as did the entire fucking universe until you started shitting on me as soon as you got the chance.
Right, because when you're doing Go ahead, Abby, sorry.
I wasn't even a host on that show, but I can remember times where Sour had voiced problems that he had.
And I don't want this to be a 2v1. I'm going to be very clear about this up front because I do want to be balanced in the next bit too.
I do just like the 2 parts of this. Like I do want to back Sour in this because I wasn't even a host on Jesters, but I like remember times where I was looking in that group chat and things were being said. So I know that he never said it. Like he didn't never.
Fire sluts. Thank you much in AF. Chainsaws were first invented for childbirth. Crazy. That is crazy, Munchkin.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the little fact. What the
That's
fuck?
a very interesting fact.
That is a very interesting fact.
But I also do know that before me and Sour were even like put as host, he was like voicing that he wanted to like back away a little bit and was very unhappy. So I don't think it's because me and him became hosts.
Well, no, I'm not. Okay, well, sure. We don't even need to put the full blame on that. And I mean, to be honest with you, that could have been handled privately. Even if I got Jester and Sour said, hey, Ultra, I'm going to back off. I don't want to be a co-host with you. I'm cool with it. You want to make it into content? That's a different thing. Let's make it into content. Up to you, bro.
Well, I started. Do you want to talk about what I messaged you the one day that you sat with Keemstar?
The one where you called me a retard for making a joke from a TV show. Yeah, sure. We can talk about it.
So you had sat there and began. One of the things that I think is pretty obvious is Keem is not friendly to someone that begs, right? He's got things to do. And as someone who is in a professional environment, the begging thing doesn't work, right? And you're sitting on a live stream with Jesters. We didn't know what the channel status was. I was honestly not thinking we probably weren't going to get it back because of the size that it was, but I was hopeful we could, right? At the end of the day.
Sour, I mean, actually, you know what? I'll let you speak. Go ahead.
And so when you're sitting next to him and he's starting to give you the, hey, like, I don't give a fuck. But I think he actually said, like, I don't give a fuck about this, because he's kind of going like, what? And you're like, yeah, I want this, I want that, and we're gonna get the show back, right? And Keem starting getting that look of the ick, and you kept going. And I messaged you, I'm like, hey, you're not that guy to be asking for this. Like, shut up, you're making us look like retards.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, like, from like all I took from that whole conversation that might have been like sounding kind of like begging was me going, yeah, we need Jester back. We built that shit brick by brick, which is just from like a TV show. And that was like a joke. If you want to pull up the clip and then we can go through it and the begging, that's fine.
I'm not sure if that one's still available because I tried finding it earlier.
Okay, so it doesn't
I
matter.
tried finding it, but the Jester didn't get reset all the time, so I'm not sure that one's actively available anymore. I did try finding if someone has it or knows where it is, let me know. But I tried finding it, I could not find it.
Which one?
So you're right.
The brick by when him and Keemstar were sitting next to each other, talking to each other.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I looked for that too. Yeah, sorry.
Sour. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, like, I mean, I get that, like, you know, you're a very humble guy. Like, you didn't want to flex the fact that we did it. The confessional channel was our channel. Like, I get it, bro. Yeah. It is what it is. I mean, it's not that I want to be a flexer and be like, hey, I'm big boss man. But at the same time, I've learned pretty quickly in the LCU, you give yourself your own flowers or you're not getting them at all, bro. You claim your shit. That's how it works here.
But there's a difference between claiming it
to tell you
and then just saying, we've done this all ourselves, right? Because at the end of the day, there was a push to make our channel bigger than what we probably could have grown it individually. Like, we did a very good job. Like, I've always said that, you know, if you're over like 100 viewers, you're basically in like the top 1% of YouTube on live streaming on any time. And that fucking blows my mind. Yeah. And I've always been excited about that.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, Sour. I mean, like I get it. Maybe it's like, it was partially on me. Maybe I should have been more point blank about my situation and what was going on so that you were in more of the loop. Maybe that's my fault. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like, I was under the impression that because I genuinely enjoyed working with you. And I mean, I get it. Like, sure, I wasn't always a big, heavy docket member user. Like, I mean, and I told you from the beginning, from day one of us working, that that's not really my thing. And that, like, I can get into it. I can have like a general baseline of a show's understanding. But like, I go up there and then I just talk. And I mean, like, I'll figure it out. And I mean, like, I get it. I like to be prepared too. But I'm someone where if I'm over analytical, it fucks with me. And it fucks with my performance on the show. I start fumbling my words. I can't talk like I'm talking right now.
And you've said that to me. You actually said that exact thing. And that's exactly why I backed off and tried being lighter about it. Because you said, hey, if you bring this up too much, it fucks with me. And I wanted the show to be good. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter any problems you had. You wanted the show. But I still had to express what was happening because it was still happening. So did I start going lighter? Yes. But the reason I went lighter is because I took your boundary of, hey, that fucks with my head when you go on the show. And I accepted your boundary of don't fuck with my head too much. And I want to get to the main, let's be honest, this is not the main topic. I want to get to the main topic today, but I just want you to understand. Yeah. And I understand, you know, there's been this narrative of just for, I would say to some extent you, but both of you are younger and I take that under consideration as well. And I have to realize that. And I thought I was doing a good thing by respecting that boundary, being the older person in this situation, the less experienced one, admittedly, but I accepted that boundary. And then if I don't get any change, I don't know what was expected of me. So I don't know if you have any more comment on that. I don't want to loop on it more, but
I mean, Sour, all I'll tell you is, like, you know, I mean, I'm not like I said, I don't come up here spouting about my personal business. I just like think the LCU isn't meant for that. Nobody really cares. I like, even if you're going through shit, like, sure, some people may show their condolences, some people may care, but at the end of the day, people really do not like give a fuck about other people's problems. That's what I learned in my life pretty early on. Fucking 10% of people are glad you got them fucking problems, and the other 90%, they don't give a fuck.
You're not wrong, but I wanted to get through that quick. Now, I am going to say, all of that being said, and I know the chat's going to maybe have different feelings here, there, the other, but I'm going to try to be very fair and balanced on this. I do have some opinions about it, of course, and I'll probably express those towards the end, but I do want to give you guys both the chance because I feel like both of you got kind of bonked on the head with the individual interviews today. So I'm going to try to be pretty fair about this.
I'll be honest. Like, I felt like we were pretty close to a resolution on that stream. I'm kind of mad at Lucy for talking up and then making Abby quit, but it's okay. That's her thing. I mean, Abby, like, I'll be honest with you. We talked on Wild. I honestly think, bro, at the end of the day, like, this was a situation that was brought up by Foxy Mama. Like, at the end of the day, like, I can't regard that. That's what I think. Whenever I think about this fucking situation, I always think about fucking Foxy Mama, because her ass is the one that went in there and said that. I don't know what you told her. I don't know what you heard. At the end of the day, it's a drama community. It's fucking Keemstar Kid behind the camera. If they hear something slight from someone else and they keep twisting the words until it becomes something awful and it cuts to you, and then you hear it in a different kind of way than when I meant it, I just wish you would have came to me and I could have cleared it up mad quick, because a lot of that shit was just a misunderstanding.
Well, I said on Wild how Foxy knew. It's because everyone knew at that point, because I'm not gonna lie, I crashed the fuck out after the Wonder Woman comment and was like outside crying, and like I was crashing out.
Wait, this was after you left the theater room.
That was the day prior, whenever you had put in like main chat, and I think you were talking with my boyfriend and you said that this was becoming like a Wonder Woman situation, and like that's when I crashed out, and like people already knew, because you know that the comments you know about the comments being made by everybody.
Like many people have, okay, actually I do not want to cut you off. Go ahead.
Well, I mean that was it. Like people were saying that like I wanted to make this content, and like I didn't. I genuinely didn't. If I wanted to, I would have said something in the Jesters room way prior to that. It was the very last day, and I wasn't even the one. Like I got backed into a fucking corner and then blew up after like 2 weeks of not even 2 weeks, like a week of something building up and me getting like really frustrated, and then having multiple people come to me and tell you made those 2 comments about like the stepdad thing and about my boyfriend. Like that was the final straw for me.
So the boyfriend one, I literally, that never happened, and the other one was super misconstrued, and I've already cleared that up on Reapers.
Can I start this back farther to the beginning, because I feel like there's never been a good timeline established. The initial timeline, is that agreeable? Because it seems like everything's been a bit of a mix-up. The initial timeline started out where both of you got invited to Fat Camp, right? Both of you went. Abby, I know, was kind of a little questioning up front. It's far away, right? There was a lot of issues there. Ultra, you kind of hopped on the bar. You were ready to go. So Abby started out reluctant.
I mean, honestly, like I've already even started to build out like a rough ass timeline myself, because I was like, okay, when am I going to need to use this, or when am I going to need it? So like,
and if you've got points for it, let me know.
Yeah. I mean, like honestly, I felt like a rough timeline at least is that we met, everything was chill, and then like early on, like and this wasn't like Abby was complaining like about the situation. And I'm not gonna talk too much on that. It's her own personal shit. Like back home, and like it wasn't that, like, okay, it was giving a little bit of mixed signals, but that's for me, like at the time, we're meeting IRL, we're talking. I'm just like, what the fuck? And then on the boat with Boogie, it sinks.
Well, I want to pause on each step as we go. So back home, up front, and I had talked to your man at the beginning, and I understood like his reservations. Right, when people are making excuses for Ultra being younger, if they're going to make the excuse for Ultra being younger, I'm going to say, Abby, you are 2 years older than him. You are both babies still, right? Like you're adults, but you're both younger.
My senior,
right? So I think that is a wash for me. The younger argument is either you both are younger or you're both not younger. There's really no difference in that world. But I remember there was concerns, and I did say to him up front, like at the end of the day, this is a life experience. Whether there's going to be good or bad, it's a life experience. And he did chill out, I would say, for the most part. He was still concerned, but he chilled out.
Yes. Well, I mean, he was worried. He was just very worried. We have not, in the years that we've been together, have not even been separated for, I think, a week at that point. And like, I haven't been separated from my kid either. that was a big problem. Like, he was very worried about me going to a place where I don't know anybody. There's a bunch of guys drinking alcohol. Like, my man knows things in my past. He knows how I am with people. He knows, like, he knows me best out of anybody. And he had his worries, and it pushed me to the point where I was gonna leave a day earlier, and I stayed. And then I made the excuse. I was like, oh, I have the Last Jesters episode. I'm not even gonna leave. I'm just gonna stay home for that. And I realized that I was making excuses because I didn't want to go. Like, I had a lot of concerns and a lot of worries. I'm very glad that I went, but I mean, that is how it started off, though. Like, he already had worries before I even went.
So moving forward, obviously there were still concerns. So, obviously I'm not going to fully exonerate. Like, there were some concerns. Both of you show up. Yeah. Now, Ultra, have you ever met anyone that was at Fat Camp? Because I'm obviously Abby has not.
Oh, me either. I haven't met anyone.
Okay, so both of you were, although you've worked together with other people, essentially strangers to everyone.
When I showed up, and I mean, like, at the beginning, like, especially when I showed up, like, I was floating, like, more towards Abby, as well as the fact that I kind of felt bad. She came to Fat Camp, and if we don't remember this, she kind of got into a load of shit and already got threatened to get fucking kicked back in because of the whole Yo Mama situation. So I was already like, damn, no one's even, like, having her back. I saw nobody was talking to her. That's why I initiated, like, the whole, okay, let me talk to her. I'm gonna try to get her more comfortable. I was trying to make it like a safe space, like a nice environment for her. And I know I am sorry about the way that things ended up. I mean, it feels like a lot of it was miscommunication now that, like, we're talking about it. And a lot of it seems like fucking. And I know everyone in chat, like, wants me to come up here and crash the fuck out. It's just, listen, everybody wants me to come up here and crash the fuck out. But I am a guy that can think through a situation before I just come up here and fucking start yelling. And, like, you know, sure, a more trolly situation, like, Yo Mama, sure, I'll come up here next time and come up here and be like, let me go demon mode. I can go demon mode, but I'm not going to go demon mode on this situation, especially when, like, it's in a situation I care about. Like, you know, if I could have fucking come back to it, I would have never told her. Me telling her that initially, like, because, like, you know, there's a lot of people that are, like, on the time.
Fire sluts.
At Kathy_Yak super chatted $10. Good morning, everyone. I hope you all have a great day.
Good morning, Kathy. Thank you so much.
Good morning. Thank you.
Morning.
So both of you, I'm going to say this, like, the initial bit, the talk where there's anything, like, both of you are, of course, going to hang out more often, right? Like, there's no doubt that you're considerably younger than basically everyone else there. Like, there's a certain amount of just togetherness that's going to happen. One, because we both work the same shows. Like, that part, when someone, like, there's a certain amount of hanging out that's going to happen, both by age, by familiarity, etc. Abby had some issues with Xylee coming into it, was questioning about Steak coming into it. Like, there was some things there. So I 100%, and honestly, I appreciate that you went up and were helpful. And Abby, I guess you could talk on that a bit.
I mean, when I had first got there, I sat in my car for like 30 minutes, like almost turning around. Was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I the chubby girls, I had problems with them right before Fat Camp. I was worried about Xylee. I was worried about Steak. Like, Nightmare tied into that because that's Xylee's co-host. Like, I was like, man, I've got a lot of fucking enemies here, and this is like, it's gonna be just like every day in the LCU. And I had a very warm, like, they were very, very sweet to me when I first walked in. But you were very right about, like, me and Ultra have talked the most in the past. That's why me and him were talking the most. Like, I was the most comfortable with him compared to anybody there, because of past shows and because of our age. So
okay. Well, can I ask you this? Do you hold a resentment towards Foxy Mama for bringing that up? Because I wanted to ask you that. Like.
I don't know if resentment is the right word. I really wish she didn't, though. Like, I really wish that she hadn't. I've said this like a bunch of times, and I'll say it again. I did not want this to be public. This is not content. Like, there's a reason why I went. And again, I was not the one who went to Mike and Keem. They went to me. Like, there's a reason why I kept it all behind the scenes. And like, even as upset as I got about some things, I wasn't like running around telling people until the very end when like I crashed outside. And you know how it was. Like, if the outside, like the patio area, there's either two people or there is every single person that's not in the jester's room.
Right.
And so shit moves fast. If you go out there and you freak out about something, that shit is told to everybody and gets around Fat Cam very, very quickly. But again, I didn't want it to be public. I didn't want her to go in there. Like, there's a reason why when she brought that up, I left the jester's room and really considered not going back in there.
Who phrased it the way they did to you? That's my question.
What do you mean?
Can you clarify that?
When you were asked the question, like when you were told, yeah, Ultra said he's gonna take he's going for your man and like your kid, like he's your kid. Like, who phrased it that way to you? That's what I want to know.
I remember when I first woke up, Gidgey was probably the first one who told me, and then there was a couple people. There was probably 4 or 5 people who had that conversation with me, all separately, who told me the same thing, which was you came outside and like they overheard or they were a part of the conversation.
Oh, so they overheard.
And when specifically was this though? That was the big question too.
So yeah, go ahead.
And that's either.
I was told it was either the day prior to everything coming out in the jester's room.
So it's right at the end.
Yes, it was at the very end.
So okay. So here's the thing. I'm gonna give you my like quick perspective, like just on some of this shit. Obviously, I'm not trying to say like, oh my god, like I never was like people that think that I had like a Disney pipe dream where I thought Abby was gonna leave her man. That's never the situation. And like in the car, when I confessed, I told her that's not what I'm asking. I'm just telling you to get it off my chest. I told her very mentally stressed right now. This is adding more than I can deal with. And I mean, was it fucked for me to put that on somebody else? Yeah, kinda was. But at the same time, it was a mistake, and I should have stuck to my guns, because the first time I had kind of taken people's advice, and I hadn't told her, and I'd literally, because she is right. Like I told her, I was like, listen, I'd like yeah, this like whatever, and then like we had our talk, and then by the end of it, we were kind of at the same page. I was happy because our friendship would continue, but like that after that, I was still like in my own head kind of feeling mentally fucked by it, and like you were okay, and I wish I kept it that way, and I could have just buried it down and we didn't have to even talk about this. But like in the car, I don't know why, but like towards the end of Fat Camp, I don't know if I got some balls, I don't know what happened, why I did it, but I did tell you like the way I felt. And like it was never a disrespecting towards any, like your man, your kid, or anything. Even when I had went up to them initially in there and I had talked to them, people were saying they overheard. Well, let me tell you how it went down. I went out there and I went to like, it was 2 community managers and then fucking Turbo. And I had fucking, and then maybe fucking Turbos everywhere. But like, so I had went out there and I've been like, hey, I'm dealing with these feelings. I need to figure out how to do it. And they were kind of picking at me in a way. They were kind of like, you ain't got it. How you like you're 21. You couldn't. And like, me as someone that I feel like I'm pretty successful for my age, I'm like, I have the resources in order to do so. Like if I got to that stage in any relationship, not with Abby, in any relationship, that I could take care of a kid if the relationship got to that point. That was my point. They were kind of picking at me, and I said that. I don't know how that got twisted into what it got twisted into.
Well, can you see, I got to ask this. Can you see if you had a long-term relationship, which I'm not even going to ask, but if you've had a long-term relationship, she's gone 100 miles away, and there's already been this expression of feelings, which I think you've admitted is like, it's kind of a fucking violation, right? Like, I get you did it. It is and it seems like it got resolved even after it got mentioned. that's kind of a violation. And then for you to yes and that again and be like, well, I've got the resource to do this, and you're kind of big manning in front of hosts that are significantly older, why they would. And again, I'm still not positive whether they told the exact truth, but do you not get that people are going to start saying shit and be like, yeah, Ultra's out there? Like, do you see why they would start hyping it up, especially in the drama community?
Well, no. I completely get it. And like I said, this obviously got way out of the fucking loop. I like at a certain, bro, people like Abby was coming at me earlier saying, why weren't you saying all this that you're saying now there, bro? Like, do you really know what it feels like to get punches from Keem, Mike, and Boogie at the same time? And you're like trying to put out your words. Keem starts cutting you off and he's like trying to, spin it the way he sees it. Cause Keem's always trying to get his point across in a way. Like he is always trying to teach a lesson. That's something I like about the guy.
Yeah.
But where are you learning the lesson?
I do.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, what do you mean by that? Like, well, I mean, no, I'm not going to go and message Abby again and be like, I like you. No, I don't know what do you mean?
That would be the opposite of the lesson.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to do that. So
how many people individually talk to you?
So, honestly, that whole situation is also different because first off, like when I talked to Keem, it wasn't even really a talk. He was just like, yo, what's going on with Abby? And I was just like, I don't know. He's just like, all right, leave her alone. I was like, okay. And I kept on. And then I did avoid her till we had our conversation. And I get it. At that point, and I won't lie, there are constant, everyone's like giving me a different opinion from the people I trust. Because, there are people I trust. Things get around. Unfortunately, they did. They spun into something that it was like way worse than it actually fucking was. And then out of nowhere, we're sitting there like, all right, guess I have to deal with this now. And I don't know, let me kind of picture it in my shoes. Can you see it from my perspective? I'm out there. I've been working my butt off for a year, like on and off, fucking doing LCU shit, doing a lot of content for the universe. I really haven't even ever asked for a damn dime for any of the work I did. I was just happy to be here in the community. Sour Power, you know that. I just love the universe.
Yeah.
So as that shit's going down, and out of nowhere I'm getting punched by it and I'm getting kicked out, and then after all this stuff comes out, and I look a lot more innocent than like that situation portrayed me to be. It doesn't make me feel a certain kind of way.
Now, Abby, I'm going to push back on you as well. It seems like there was a resolution, and after the fact, nobody, I don't think we can all agree nobody wanted this to be brought up, right? Like you tried to solve it in the best way you could. And when you guys have resolved it, you have kind of brought it back up as it got brought back up, and you started being like, well, yeah, he reapproached me again. And, there's things like that. So they were factual things, but it had a little bit of bite to it, right? Was that because, I'm trying to think of the way to word it. Was it biting because it's starting to reflect negative on you? Or did you actually at that time still have some like, well, I'll let it go and I'll chill? Like, which one is it? Because that's the one thing that's been coming out. And they're like, oh, you're lying and you're going back after it. And like,
well,
it seems like you're more aggressive about it after the fact than once it got resolved. But it's also because it's on a show. So I don't know what the truth is on this.
Yeah. So when when Ultra went into the Jester's room and said we needed to have a conversation, and we sat down in the kitchen, and he told me he didn't have feelings for me, and that he was genuinely sorry if I felt like that. And I felt bad, and I felt like I was looking into things too much, and I felt like a piece of shit. Because prior to that, when Mike and Keem had both came up to me and asked me about it, I said, I've seen what people are saying in the Jester's room. This is the way that I feel. Maybe it's justified because the bosses are coming to me and saying something about it. Maybe it's justified. So I felt like
I'm so confused because real quick, I just want to quickly know this, Abby, from you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how much.
You went to them or they came to you? Because when we talked, I was under the. Okay, so that's something that's cleared up now. They came to you. Okay.
So the first instance of someone coming up to me was in the kitchen, and you were sitting on the couch, and Albert, Mike, I know for a fact Albert,
Yeah,
Mike, and Tech were there. Yeah, more people were there. And that is when it initially was brought up about, hey, like he's like, they made a joke about it, like you following me around like a dog or something like that. And Tech was like, hey, that's fucked up. He's sitting right there. And that was the first conversation. Nothing came from that. The next day, live happened. And Mike came up to me while live was actively happening and was like, hey, you know, do I need to have a conversation with him? He's following you around a lot. We talked about this last night. And I told Mike, like, have a conversation with him, but do not bring my name into it. Like, other people are recognizing it. I don't want to be the asshole in this situation. And he promised me, he said, I won't, I promise. And I'm pretty sure he did go to you and then bring my name up.
For future reference, if you had come to me, Abby, and you had told me the way you actually felt, because there was multiple times, like throughout the entirety of Fat Camp, where I came to you and was like, I see the messages, like,
yeah,
like I know they're getting to you. I mean, they're also affecting me. Are you okay? And then you're like, yeah, I'm fine. I get it. And like, I mean, the whole time I was kind of like, all right, we're chill. And then after that, you know, this comes out and I'm just kind of like, what the fuck?
Well, are both of you letting these bigger personalities change your opinions of what happened? Because it feels like some of that as well.
I felt like this is what happened. We went there, everything was chill. I mean, like I was acting my same ultra way, and honestly, like if things hadn't started changing so rapidly, I probably wouldn't even have told her. I was acting like myself most of Fat Camp. It wasn't until people started coming up to me and talking about it that I started to think about it more, and it started to get in my head a little more. Because I'm just like, okay, all of chat's talking about it. A bunch of people in the Discord keep bringing it up. A lot of fucking people around, like apparently, like people were making jokes to me when Abby wasn't around. It wasn't just a one-way thing with Abby. It was like they were doing it to both of us, and she knows that. So like, I'm just sitting here like, okay, so we're both getting fucked with, and then I'm getting painted as a creep by the end, and like out of nowhere, I'm just like walking out, and I'm flabbergasted in the car. Like for most of the car ride with Kalo, I was sitting in that seat, silent as fuck, and Kalo, God bless his soul, doesn't take the hint and kept asking me in the damn car, how do you feel? Are you all right? Ultra. And then I fucking let loose. And I'm not going to lie, Kalo, I kind of want that video because I know you're an Uber driver. So if you got that video still, send that shit my way. Maybe we can make it members. Okay, we're going to have to probably edit some shit out. But but like I'm telling you, bro, when we get that shit, if we have that video, Kalo, you want to send that to me? You can see the crash out.
Now I'm going to say this.
He said that he was going to try to get it. He had talked about at Fat Camp. He was like, I need an SD. Like he's trying to get the footage of it. So.
Okay, I just gotta say, Kalo keeps fucking what? Kalo, you looked me in my eyes and you said you were gonna delete that shit. And now you're telling me that he was trying to take it as soon as he got back there without me even asking? What the fuck, Kalo? You motherfucker!
He's saying he doesn't have it. I checked the SD card.
No, it's cool.
I do want to answer your question though, Sour. Like, I don't think that they changed my perspective on it. I think that I had already had like my thoughts and my like opinions on what was happening, and having other people come up to me and verify the way that I felt about things. I was like, okay, so it's not just me recognizing that these things are happening. Like, it's not me overthinking things or, you know, in my head about something. Because again, like I said this in the Jester's room while this was happening, like no one likes a girl that says that. No one likes a girl who's like, oh, like this dude he likes me. He like, oh my God, I'm hot shit because this man's following me around. No one wants to be that girl. And to have them come up to me and to say, I'm recognizing this is happening. I was like, okay, so it's not in my head. It's not all in my head.
And I'll say this, Ultra, I will say from the camera perspective, especially in the Jester room, there were many times that she left and you followed it out. I think, can you at least accept objectively that's true?
Bro, I mean, like we can go back and watch it. Sure. If that's how it appears, cool. I mean, like a lot of times we were still talking and going places together. A lot of times I was going back to my room. That's something I don't understand. I'm just like, we were living under the same fucking roof for 2 weeks. Like, I don't know how I can make it clear, but like, we're gonna see each other whether we like it or not. And when I was like, I think that became very apparent when we were trying to avoid each other and kept bumping into each other. Like it's not something that like I can really control. At the same time, like, yeah, did I have an innocent little crush on you, Abby? Yeah, that's as far as I was trying to like, keep it, and I was gonna try to push it in because I did genuinely enjoy like even like our fucking work talk when we were talking about like the shows, I thought like we both brought valuable opinions. We both had I enjoyed doing it, but at a certain point, like when do I like if I come back here is like when is it morally wrong of me coming up here and then let's say I'm on a show with you or I keep coming up here or God like something like this happens. And I'm coming up here, and in the back of my head, I'm always thinking, "Oh my God, what the fuck? This is a killing me. Oh, I should have told her. I should I don't want to think that. I try to tell you in the most like fucking civilized. Hey, Abby, I'm gonna let you know this, and then we can move on. And then like even like I like DM'd you like while when you were telling when like the whole shit with like your boyfriend happened, I was just like, damn, we just talked like yesterday, so. What the fuck happened? I wonder what people told her. That's what was going through my head. Because at the same time, I know I've been around long enough. I know that people twist shit. I know, and I was there, so I know. People hear something, they want to make it sound a little worse because then when it comes out on the show, it's a lot more content, I guess.
So people do twist shit. Abby, I've been seeing a lot of the chat, and to me, this is like the "What are you wearing?" question. But there's a lot of people that are like, well, why didn't you stay the fuck away from him the whole time? And I think Ultra just said, like, there's a certain amount of interaction that has to happen, right?
Yeah. I mean, we are stuck in a literal, like, we're gated in the same area.
Right.
Like,
I mean,
I couldn't afford to go get a hotel.
Yeah. So to me, like, I understand. So when people are saying later on, like, oh, he's still around here, there's a certain amount of excuse. It's like, yeah, no shit, right? Like, you're at the end of the day, you have to be near each other. But people keep putting on you, like, why didn't you push him away? Why didn't you push him away? To me, I think that's a little fucked. And actually, I'll get Ultra's opinion after yours. But how much of this do you think, because I've seen the assignment of, well, it's on you to keep him away. It's on you to keep him away. I thought you guys were fine after a certain point. Looking retrospectively, I thought you guys were fine. Do you feel it was on you to keep away more regardless?
So after the conversation with him where he said that, like, he apologized if I made him feel that way and...
Fire sluts.
At Colonel Grimm super chatted $10. Let's be FR here. Abby don't like Muslims. She targeted both Ultra and I, and everyone universally agreed she was wrong about me.
It's a joke. It's a joke. It's just Grimm. He likes to
Grimm's
joke.
super serious all the time.
Yeah, no, Abby, it's a joke. We get it. I do think you
Grim.
got something against the Muslim people. No, I'm joking.
I wore that thing for you.
It was Grim Laden.
You did wear the hijab. That is true.
I said it wrong, so I didn't want to repeat how terribly I said it. So I wore that. I don't hate anybody really. Like, especially groups of people. I'm the farthest from a fucking racist. Jesus Christ. But thank you for the 10.
So was it on you to, do you feel it was on you to then like still keep him away more? Like, where are you at with this? Because I keep seeing that comment and I haven't seen any response to it one way or another.
So after our conversation that me and him had, where he said that he like apologized if he made me feel a certain way, this was after he was talked to by Mike and Keem. I do feel like there was we were not talking as much as we were. We weren't hanging out as much as we were. Like, there definitely was like a separation, I guess. Like, I don't know the best word for that. But again, we're locked. Like, we're not locked. That's a bad way to put that. We're in like a gated area where like we're expected to go on live at the same time. We're expected to be in the Jester's room. We're expected to be making content. Like, we're at Fat Camp. We're supposed to be making content.
You know what? Go ahead. Sorry.
I think
you were done.
I think the biggest mistake that I made is not directly telling you. Like, I thought it had been handled because Mike and Keem had went to you. And like, I'm This is a terrible excuse, but it's a reason. I'm new to the LCU. All other jobs, when you go to a manager or a boss about something and they say, I've got it handled, you don't have to worry about it. Like,
wait, so now you went to them? I'm kind of confused. They came to you, or you came to them?
They came to me, but after, I'm saying in a situation, normally in like a manager or a boss situation, you have an employee going to the boss. But in this situation, Mike had went to me, he had the conversation, and then later on in the day, Keem knocked on the women's room, came in and said, hey, I heard
Fire sluts.
At Colonel Grimm super chatted $10. Islamophobia is based in Abby Hill.
I love you, Grimm. I fucking love you.
Thanks, Grimm.
Stick said you can't be racist by disliking a religion. Okay, I'm not religion phobic. I'm not racist.
So you never actually, short of just having the initial conversation, you never actually directly went to him. You did slightly depend on
I did.
the bosses for it.
I did.
Okay, that's fair. Because that's what I was trying to get the answer to, because it seems like that part's never been answered to me.
That's something I also, since we're both here, I think this is awesome. We're both getting our perspectives out. Sorry, yo, mama, I didn't come up here crashing out like you wanted me to take my intro and roll away. But listen to me. What I will say from my perspective, I talked to Mike. We had like a pretty good conversation. It was really chill, and he like told me that he like, and I get it now, like kind of having that like that foresight, or I guess, or like seeing like how it transpired, like the way we talked. It didn't come across to me like you even said a thing, because like he was protecting you in that conversation. Now that I get it, but to me in my head, I'm like, okay, so Mike saw this and came to me. Like and then he's like, okay, well, I'll talk to Abby. And in my head, I'm like, okay, wait. Now I'm really confused. Is Abby feeling this way? Because that's what I wanted to know. I was like, is Abby feeling this way, or is this like just Mike seeing something and bringing it to to attention? So that's why I was so eager to have the conversation with you, is because I wanted to clear that up. Because like if and that's because if you did tell me you felt that kind of way, I would have just started like separating myself completely from you, and maybe just having some casual talk in the jester room. That's what my game plan was gonna be.
Can you not understand also that even if it wasn't her, like, dude, you're an adult.
Yes, I am an adult.
Like, can you not also understand that even if it was someone else that went to you, content or not, can you not understand that, like, no me? No, I'm not going to say that. That's back off. That's fucked. But when you're told, like, I don't feel that way, can you not take that shit and understand and be like, nah, it's good. And feelings are not.
When I'm told what?
When you're told
my
no
Muslim
on this,
brother, welcome to.
What's up, Grim?
Welcome to Local Fire. We both went 2-3 years Dakistan, and we had a good time.
You're muted, Grim, by the way.
How are you, Habibi?
Wallah, your beard's looking amazing, brother. Very good.
Your brothers are making much progress.
Amazing. The
it's okay.
looks amazing.
Why is Karam woman walking away? What's going on here?
I don't know. She does. I don't know. I don't know.
Haram. That's haram.
It is haram. I don't know. I mean, all these women these days just show their hair. They don't wear hijab. They don't listen to the culture. I don't know what to tell you. They don't wear the fucking hijab.
Bismillah.
Astaghfirullah.
I understood like 2 words out of all that shit.
Oh man. No, I just want to say Abby's my favorite racist, and I fully support her. All right, thank you. We appreciate Islamophobia and LCU.
Abby beat Turbo?
No. Honestly, they could be best friends at this rate. They could just
I love Islamophobia. Let's go.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were both IDF soldiers and they're trying to kill my family. Anyways,
oh, there we go. Let's go for it. Let's send it. Hit the big red button. Let's go.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. All right.
Grim, always the agent of chaos. I love it.
Wait, so you want to go back? What was the last thing you asked?
So you guys had talked about it. Obviously, you sorted out, but like at the same time, I'm assuming there was a point. And again, I'm going to wait for it to come back because I don't want to speak for any of this because I don't know shit, right? Like I wasn't there. I'm trying to sort through it and get the final answers on this shit. But like at some point, I'm assuming she said like, I don't feel that shit, right? When you guys talked about it. She wasn't just like, oh, thanks for letting me know. And then just Or was it that way?
No, not really. I mean, I don't know Abby much, but I think that she does overthink a lot just from meeting her IRL. I'm the same way. That's not like a dig at her. I'm the same way. I think a lot too.
Okay,
and I think that's like a big thing that happened here is you had two overthinkers in the same situation, overthinking and coming to their own blanket statements in their head. And that did fuck it up a lot. Listen, guys, at the end of the day, no, I don't want
to. Hold on. I asked a question in the conversation once you expressed your feelings. Both of you had that talk. Once you presented those feelings, was there a no?
You're talking about the end. You're talking about when I confessed my feelings at the end of Fat Camp now. Okay, I'm trying to keep
when you confessed your feelings, was there a no?
Okay. We talked, and then it was just like, I've been in this situation before with other guys. I hope we can remain friends.
Oh, I thought you meant you. Okay. I gotta shut up.
What? No, it was saying that I've been friends with guys before, and I've been in this situation before, and it changes what happens from then on, because you may start overthinking things. I've also watched it ruin friendships, and I've also seen that friendships can continue on after this.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, that was about it. It was after the very last fire episode.
I mean, I'll just tell you it from my perspective, and I'll try to recall it as best as I could. I mean, you're in the car. I confessed. I mean, I felt like I was very civil. I tried to be very nice about it, just very slow. And then I told you. And then after that, we had a little bit of a conversation. And then you're right. You were like, yeah. And I mean, I had told you I wasn't trying to do anything. That's something that kind of pissed me off a little bit, because it was misconstrued into I'm trying to take you away from your man and from your kid. I would never do that. That's just not really the kind of person I am. I was honestly just getting it off my chest to get the emotions out. In that situation, was there a no? Not necessarily a no straight up, but it was kind of fucking. I could infer it.
Inferred, yeah.
Yeah, I can infer. Yeah. I can infer the answer.
Okay.
I mean, in that conversation, it wasn't I was. During that conversation, I did not think that he was telling me that to make me leave my boyfriend or something. I didn't feel the need to even be
Thank you for clarifying.
I'm not I'm not going to leave my boyfriend for you. He clarified it by saying, I need to get this off of my chest. I need to tell you this. He even talked about how far away we live from each other, how he's not telling me this so we start a relationship. It's literally just to get it off of his chest. I do want to say though that the way it puts a woman especially a woman in a relationship in a shitty situation, because it can be perceived as that's not the right way to word this. There's no reason to tell me unless you have expectations that I will leave my boyfriend.
So
if that makes sense. I get why you did
here's it. Here's what I will tell you about that. I understand that is probably the generic way of thinking.
Fire sluts.
I don't think it's going to read out, so I'll read it. Wait, so Ultra, you chose the opportunity to tell her in a situation where she was trapped with you. Sus as fuck.
Sergeant we were Kibbles. Not trapped. Okay. We're not going to let you create this into a Wonder Woman situation. She was not trapped. We were right next to the house in the car, and we left right after. Is that not what happened, Abby?
I mean, yeah.
Fire sluts.
At Colonel Grim super chatted $10, translating from Abby to English. I'm scared of anything brown, need to keep it pure.
Grim, this is not the new narrative. We are not running with it.
Did you feel trapped?
No, no. That's not a no. I didn't feel trapped. It was just a very uncomfortable conversation.
Well, I mean, you could tell. I literally throughout it, I was like very nervous. Like I'm like fumbling my words. I'm like, oh, do I tell her?
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't. And then like in my head, and I'm trying to figure out like, and then it just kind of slipped out. I can't change the past. Do I regret it? Yes. I should have kept that to myself. Now, like kind of like I said, having that kind of like, what do they call it? Like that fucking vision. Now that I see like how it turned out. Would I have done it? Probably not. I probably would have just kept it to myself. But at the end of the day, did I feel like you were playing victim in like, and I kind of felt like just like target a little bit, yeah, because I was just kind of like, okay, so we had this conversation last night. I think we were pretty like point blank on it, and then I wake up to apparently a bunch of people spouting a bunch of bullshit and upping what it was. And making it sound a lot worse. Like I told you earlier, what happened. That's the conversation, the only conversation I had. The only other conversation, which Keem was a little intoxicated, fat camp shit. But that night when Keem went in there, said I never said it. You know what I did, Abby? I went outside and then I said, "Steak, you tell Keem." Because Keem had asked me about the situation with you and what was going on. Okay, there's some like background. Something.
Yeah.
Where is that coming from?
From someone. Oh, it's her. Okay, I thought it was you. Sorry.
No. Okay. Yeah, I kind of lost my fucking train of thought.
So you went outside. What did you go outside to say? This was because I'm trying to follow what you were talking about too.
Yeah,
I thought
you went to
get
Steak. You told Steak to go to Keem.
Right. So like when Keem walks in and he's like, "I heard you say that." So what ended up happening was that
say
night
what
when
specifically?
The stepdaddy comment.
And this was after you said that you weren't you expressed to her like, I'm not trying to take you from your man.
Yes.
So
can you understand why everyone's a little bit?
Hey, are you gonna let me speak?
Yeah, but I'm trying to get the timeline of this.
Trying to get my. I know, but I'm trying to get my point across, and then you're just trying to get like a gotcha moment when there isn't really one there. I went out there. And then I had been like, yo, and not an excuse, but I was like, yo, I'm too stoned right now, Steak. I'm not gonna be able to explain this well. Can you explain it?
Fire sluts.
At Colonel Grimm super chatted $10. Thoughts on Ayatollah? Abby, free Palestine? Can we do a goal for a racist test for Abby on stream? Include my previous Donos Plaza. You for the money law.
Grim, find me a racist test. We might take it.
Yeah, we can set up a goal to take a racist test. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what that first word is, so I don't know if that makes me racist because I don't know what it is.
So you went out to Steak to tell Keem.
Listen. Yes. So, I mean, no. I didn't go out to tell Keem anything. I was going out to chill. And then Keem had brought it up and like, yo, what's going on with this situation? And I was just like, what? And then he's like, tell me. And I'm just like, he's like, do you like Abby? And I'm like, I was just honest. I don't know why, but I told him, I was like, yeah. And then he was just like, what? And he right away was about to go into the gesture room, right, Abby? And he was about to make it into content because he thought it was like, I can turn this into something, some fun shit with the LCU. And Steak's like, no, it's like stepdaddy shit serious. I never said that. Steak said that. Which is crazy that was pinned on me. Steak said that, and then I was just like, I even looked at him and was like, dude, why'd you do me like that? And he was like, if I hadn't have said that, he would have went to the theater room and put you on full blast and made this content right now. And I was like, oh, okay. And I just kind of went quiet after that. So even out there, that whole thing, like, I think after it, like when they kept pressing me, I might have been like I might have made a joke about it, but like I wasn't out there going out to people going, hey, I'm taking Abby, and like that's the thing that pisses me off is that like a whole narrative was spun of things I never said and words were getting put in my mouth, and then I came back home to just you guys on fire, just kind of side dissing me every single day a little bit, and I was just kind of all right, whatever.
Well, so you've just before you go, Abby, you just said that Steak said the stepdaddy thing. But earlier in the stream, you said you had the resource to be. Yeah. I'm trying to figure this out because this seems to be one of the biggest issues that isn't square.
These are two separate events. The first one was a different time, I think like a day or two earlier, and that's when I had originally come before confessing to Abby. And I had told them, and they were kind of picking at me, like, could you be the stepdad ultra? Could you do that? Really? You got are you really? You're not that guy. And I was just kind of like, I have the resources. That's a completely separate thing. So let me point on the timeline. That's a little earlier. This is at night. We're partying. Keem's done with the live. He's drunk, and he brings it up like when I'm outside, and that's a completely separate thing. And then I go, Steak, I'm too high right now. Can you explain it to him? Since I had talked to him and I thought Steak could actually do it. Little did I forget, Steak's a bit of a drinker too. So instead of just explaining it, he went the easy route and went, yeah, it's serious, like stepdaddy shit. And out of nowhere, Keem heard stepdaddy and was like, oh, what the fuck? That's weird. And I'm just sitting there like, I'm getting fucked right now. That's what I was thinking.
You do see, though, how it can be perceived that you had confessed your feelings and then you're making these comments, and from Keem and Mike's perspective, they blatantly told you not to talk to me, and then you're telling other people that you have feelings for me. Like, you can recognize how that's perceived by other people, right?
Here's the thing. Like, I can get it. I mean, honestly, obviously, like, as we can see, millions of opinions can be formed about the situation. Keem even put a message out in the announcements talking about all of the situations at Fat Camp and about how there was no real clear person that was like in the wrong or in the right in any situation, with Billy and Glammy, Pesci and Wonder Woman, me and you, all those situations at Fat Camp. Like, they were very like, what the fuck? And I think Keem, I don't know if Keem's still going to do that. I think he might do it on the weekend. He might get to us and then talk about it. I can't wait to see what he has to say, especially after all of this has come out and all of it, we've talked. But, I don't know. I feel like a lot of it, and the last thing I ever want to do is fucking play victim. But at the end of the day, like, one of us was playing victim for sure. I'm not trying to diss you, Abby, and I get it. The situation you were in was fucked. I get your perspective. I'm good at putting my shoes in others. I understand. You have a man at home. You have a kid. I don't know where people are making jokes. Next thing you know, I'm confessing. Next thing you're like, what the fuck? I gotta tell my man, and I get it because I've seen you even with the Joker situation with Lacey. Like, you went up there and you were very moral. Like, I get how that looks even morally on you. If any of that shit comes out, I get it. But at the same time, I just wished that they had, instead of just fucking coming straight at me and then just kicking me out, allowed us to talk about it more, because I bet this resolution would have been found a lot sooner.
I want to talk a little bit about the tell your man part. I've heard two different stories, and I want both of you to tell them, because there's the issue of this phone thing that's come up, where in one story, it's you were allowed to text and type her man. And I've heard a different version of this story. Which one of you wants to go first?
Go ahead, Abby.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. You went on Reapers. I wanna hear.
Sure. So, I mean, Abby had already been having issues with her man there. I think it was something that was to deal with her drinking.
And I don't want to cover necessarily maybe the content of the message. This is up to you guys on how you want. The phone part itself.
I don't want to bring it up. I mean, I know Abby tried to bring up a privacy screen thing. Like, I was trying to look. No, I mean, I think the only thing I'd done, and I've been like, oh, that's cool. You have a privacy screen. And we were talking, and we were like, I think that all Apple devices should come with that installed. And I was kind of like, I'm a little bit of a geek, so I was kind of like, that's cool. And especially, you could imagine high as fuck Ultra sitting there at night looking at a black screen, and Abby just typing. I was like, what the fuck's going on? What sorcery is this? That's what I was thinking. And go ahead, Abby. You want to point in?
I have one thing to butt in before you finish this.
Go ahead.
You've said multiple times that you haven't talked about any personal things about me. Like, we both have information about each other. Talking about my relationship.
I haven't gotten
talking about my relationship is going personal, though. I know. I mean, you saying that, you're saying I have a lot worse shit, and that's fucked up.
At the end of the day, I'm trying to show a baseline of the fact that you trusted me, that it wasn't as they were pointing it out to be, that it was creepy. That's not how I was pointing out, and I get it. I mean, I'm not gonna back off on what I said, because at the end of the day, it's the way my truth and the way I saw it, I guess, when we were there.
But why would you find it appropriate to publicly talk about, obviously, that's personal? No, I do want to talk about it. That is why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking questions.
You do want to talk about it. Okay.
Why did you find it appropriate to talk about my relationship in public?
Fire sluts.
At neverender_8 super chatted $9.99. Glad we can put it to bed. Abby has to live with the fact that she was willing to railroad Ultra and his character for content. Oh, fire sucks.
Thanks, Neverender.
Appreciate it.
Why did you find it appropriate to publicly talk about my relationship issues when that's not that's not something I've come up and talked about?
I hadn't really like come out and brought like a lot of it. I mean, I was in a situation where my name was being heavily slandered because of that situation. You didn't take really like I at the same time it takes two to tango, and let's be honest, Abby, you were taking absolutely no like credibility. Like you were coming up and just being like, yeah, it's all your fault, it's all Ultra. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just kind of sitting there like it's both of us. And I mean, I went up there and I mean, I had like a tiny bit of info where I was comfortable enough to drop that. Didn't feel like it was that super private, and it helped my case. Of course I'll bring it up. What do you want me to say? Yeah, I brought it up because it helped my case.
So you're baiting it and then saying I'm not going to do it, and then you're saying you are doing it.
No. What do you mean? I got brought up, so I said it.
Fire sluts.
Morning, Keem.
Good morning, Keem.
Super chatted $19.99. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So about the phone too. There's been two different discussions here, and again, I want both of you to did you end up typing to her man, or did you end up getting how did the phone get there? Because this is the biggest thing that I've heard two different stories on. I want you two to sort this out, and I don't want to drop the hint on it. I want you guys to talk about it.
I mean, she was doing like they were going back and forth. We came in there, and then she had given me in and been like, okay, I just kind of helped her out. I don't know.
She gave you the phone.
Like, yes.
You came up to me and I was sitting there, texting my boyfriend, and you knew the situation prior to this where I was saying that we were having issues, and like, I wouldn't even say we were having issues. I just want to say this real quick. The deeper we get into it, I don't want like more private details to get leaked than needs to be. So, but it's coming from me, so I know what I can put out.
I'm talking about the phone itself.
I said I don't want to say anything that you feel crosses your fucking boundary. So, what I will say about that, yes, I was given the phone. Yes, I did message her man for her. That did happen. That did occur.
Abby, your turn.
I mean, I'm just being honest.
You came up to me. I was texting my boyfriend. You knew previously what was like happening, and it was probably pretty obvious on my face. I can't like hide my emotions very well. Like I'm very like you can tell how I'm feeling. You came up and you told me I can text for you because I know. Yes, like you came in like we were in the living room on the couch. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly. Yeah. So but here's the thing. But like you don't say I came up to you because this was at like 4 a.m. when we were both alone.
Well, I'm not saying you physically walked up to me, but like conversation happens.
We were both sitting on the couch. We were both sitting on the couch. You were going back and forth telling me about the situation, and then I tried to help you. Yes, that's how it occurred.
Yes, you said I know how. Like what a man wants to hear. I'm a man. I know what a man wants to hear. I can help you in this situation. You said I can figure out how you text. And I said, no, you did not text my man. My man would know if you texted something.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie for you. I mean, I can like talk to your man after the call and like tell him what I remember from the convo, and he can try to piece it together himself. I'm not going to go up and backtrack for you. I didn't lie when I said that, and I'm going to stand on it. I'm not backtracking.
What was the point of even bringing it up originally? Because when you originally brought it up, I've tried to figure out why.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we can bring up. I mean, like I said, it was also kind of a gotcha. I mean, after you painted me as a creep to the whole community, and then everyone in the community, like for a while, was coming at my head, and then I bring up something that clears my name. Yes, I will bring it up.
I'm a liar.
So how is that clearing it? What is that clearing up though?
Her boyfriend's
like
here.
what is that?
What are you clearing?
I got
some. No, what I was trying to get across, because the way that it was being spun was that I was like a lost puppy, like the way you said it, and I wasn't leaving you alone, and I was just like, oh, but that wasn't what happened, because I'm like, okay, then why was she comfortable enough to do it? Your answer right away, your answer right away should have been no, Ultra, fuck off, but like that's not what it was.
Why was it not enough to have multiple people come up to you and tell you not to have a conversation with me, and then you lied to me? You sat there. Let me finish. Not done with my sentence. The first conversation we had, where you pulled me from the gestures room and you sat me down in the kitchen, you said, I don't have feelings for you. This, like, I'm so sorry you feel like this. And that was after the glasses trip. And then later on, you said, I started having feelings for you after the glasses trip. So from my perspective, you had that conversation with me, and like you blatantly lied to my face.
Abby, you think okay, I'll tell you my thing. At the same time, I was trying to spare your feelings.
You were the only one with feelings, it sounds like, in this. What were the feelings that you're sparing for her?
I'm saying I was trying to spare her feelings in the fact of like not fucking coming out there and then being like I had felt a certain kind of way. Like I was already kind of like in the back of my mind, like when on Jester, I was like, oh damn, she's kind of cool. Like I was already kind of feeling a certain type of way. The glasses trip is kind of where I was like, okay, I do really actually like her. But I'm not like, and I mean, like, I'll be honest with you, dude. I'm fucking 21. I mean, I'm not trying to use my age.
She's 23. We killed this. I'm sorry, you're both fucking young.
I'm not using my age as an excuse. Let me finish my sentence. No,
she's never used her age as an excuse.
Yeah,
you're the only one using your age as an excuse.
What I will use is the fact, sour power, that first off, like I had mentioned, I grew up in a very sheltered religious household, where like relationships were a nonstop no. And all of this is new to me. That is what I'm trying to say. Not my age, but all this is new to me, especially getting feelings for a taken woman. That's never happened to me before. So all of this was a new experience for Ultra. That's my point.
So she has to absorb it. Entirely.
She's not. I know. I've been here the whole time taking accountability, motherfucker. I've been here saying it's more 50-50. She's out here playing victim the whole damn time.
Because everyone, I'm fine with shitting on her a little bit for maybe not being a bit more aggressive, and that I'm chalking up to her youngness too. But I'm not going, oh, she's young. She didn't say everything 100%. But like, yeah, at the same time, you should have said more, Abby. I agree. But like, you are playing the young card. She is not.
I am not. No, I'm not playing the young card. Like I just said, I'm bringing up. Okay, yes, I'm gonna play the unexperienced card when I'm unexperienced.
That isn't valid though. Whenever you went to multiple people who are older than you and you asked for advice, and they all told you to leave me alone and to not.
Here's what I will tell you. Some people actually thought I should tell you. I'm not gonna bring up their names because I'm not trying to.
No, bring it up if you're gonna keep baiting it. Bring it up.
You already did.
Bring it up.
I'm not gonna nice bait.
Or stop baiting it.
But what I'm trying.
No, you've already told me though. Like you already told me who are the people. Like you told me who the people were that told you.
Okay, so you go through those, and then you can try to think of who told me to tell you, because it wasn't all people telling me not to, or else I would have never done it. How about you? Like, I can think. I have a brain. If multiple people are telling me not to do something, I won't do it. But when there are people telling me to do something, and like I said, I'm not bringing people into this shit. I want to wrap it up. I want this to be over after this fucking show. That's what my point of coming up today was. What I want is a resolution. We can keep going back and forth about these small tidbit details all you want. It's all at the end of the day hearsay. I came out and I said my story. I was completely honest with the way I said it. I mean, I don't know. Have I come across dishonest? I've come across up here. I've just told you my side of the story. I'm not gonna go back on other shit for your, like, I get it. Like, you know, I get it. It might hurt. It might be annoying for you to have to deal with it. I don't want to put strains on your relationship. I hope this doesn't affect your relationship, Abby. But at the same time, I'm not going to be dishonest and backpedal and say things that like didn't happen when they did. Yes.
You didn't care about my relationship whenever you made those comments outside. You didn't care about my relationship whenever you told me that you had feelings. You can't play that card now.
So now you're backtracking on that. So now you have a problem with that? So like we're going even further.
I had a problem with you making those comments. Yes.
No, I know. But I'm saying this whole show we've talked about all these topics and we've come to fucking resolutions. Now you want to backpedal and bring them back up. That's what it seems like.
Yes, because you're backpedaling really hard right now.
I'm not like the only one. How am I backpedaling? I'm not backpedaling at all. You're asking me things and I'm being straight up on it.
Well, you're
like if you asked me about the phone situation, I kept my story solid because that's the way it happened.
Did you give him your phone, Abby?
No, I didn't.
Okay, straight up lie.
My boyfriend, I've said this earlier, my boyfriend, we've been together for three plus years. He would know if I wasn't the one texting. Like, he wouldn't know that it was me when you were there with me editing all the messages. Of course, he would still look like you're talking. So, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, bro. You see, we could keep going. The thing is, so I've been very chivalrous this entire time. I haven't really brought up more shit. I haven't like tried to.
But you're baiting it right now. To be fair,
that's so fucking shitty. No, that's so fucking shitty. How am I baiting it?
Okay.
What do you mean?
You keep saying I could have done more. I could have done more.
Dangling. I got all this shit. I could literally make you leave the LCU right now. I've got this shit.
If I brought up, like, okay, so
you're doing it right now. Like, I'm sorry, I'm trying not to 2v1, but you are doing it, dude. I'm trying to get her to answer the question. Did you hand her the phone? I'm asking her the question, and you're sitting there baiting and cutting her off. Abby, did you give him the phone?
You're talking to me.
No, I've said no multiple times. If you bring that shit up, I will leave the LCU. I promise you, I will fucking quit immediately. You will be the biggest piece of shit in the entire world if you tell what the fuck I said in confidence.
That's what I'm trying to say. I would never do that, but now you're pushing me and being like, you're. So here's the thing: you can't say to me, Ultra, you're baiting this, and then the other hand say, if you say this, then that, because I'm right now, my brain, I'm training the thoughts. Okay, big tough guy, sour power with the boxing gloves, bro. You're not him. You're not him, bro. You're not that guy. Okay. You got some stress out of your system there?
All these problems are because her boyfriend is freaking out. No! I need to clear that up too. My boyfriend didn't fucking know that any of this was happening until like the last day. Okay? When I initially went up to like had the conversation with people, when Mike and Keem went up to me and had the conversation with me, my boyfriend didn't know because he knew. Like prior to me coming to Fat Camp, he said he was worried about these things happening. And that to me was a personal conversation to have at home with him. I didn't want to tell him something that he can't fix and he's hundreds of miles away. So I hate this fucking narrative that Xylee started that I only have a problem with all of this because my boyfriend does. I'm a grown ass adult who can make decisions for herself and think for herself.
Abby. Okay, here's the thing. I'll give you some personal advice. When you say my boyfriend isn't affecting it, and then we hear him in the background yelling and being like, "He's lying, he's tweaking," and then multiple times I've heard that on numerous occasions.
He's allowed to have emotions about it.
No, he can, but like he's not an intern. He's go ahead, Grim.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, if I'm being fair here, you are kind of baiting by just simply bringing it up to begin with. That's what makes it baiting.
Okay, so when I brought it up, it's because I'm trying to prove a point that I'm like, my whole point in bringing that up is not to hurt Abby. Let me clear that up. It's not to hurt her. It is me saying, because she's come out before and said, and like, after the whole situation happened at Fat Camp, it was out like, oh, Ultra's a creep, Ultra's doing this. I have things to say. If I said them, it makes me look more and more innocent.
But when you point to them, that's the actual bait. You understand? Do you even understand what we're talking about when we're saying this?
Yeah.
Ultra, you have to realize it could go both ways, right? It's not just one or the other. It doesn't just make you innocent or it just makes Abby look bad. It does both simultaneously. It brings her down. It brings you higher by simply just stating,
bro.
It also makes you look bad.
At the end of the day,
I want to hear it. If anything, I want to hear it. How bad is it?
at the end of the day, I came up here because, like I said, I want a resolution to this. Am I saying I want to talk to Abby after? No, but at least we can have some fucking closure. We can.
Well,
fucking
you're never gonna talk to me again. You
over.
might as well just release the Epstein files or whatever the fuck it is.
Chill. No. Okay.
I want to see the Abby files.
I promise you that shit is not fucking content. It's not. It's literally the most like traumatic thing I've ever experienced in my fucking life.
What? Okay, I'm a little confused because I think we're thinking of multiple different things. Like, are we even thinking of the same shit right now?
And you're saying I have personal thing. I've got these things.
Sorry,
I'm dangling that you know things about me.
Not personal. No, not personal shit. I'm saying like.
You don't let me finish.
No, okay, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Step on him, Abby, because at this point he wants to keep stepping on you. Step on. Like, I want this to be fair.
Fuck.
I'm trying to be balanced, but it's so fucking hard right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I am literally muting my mic for her.
You sitting there saying that you have these things, it's literally like dangling. I have this personal information it's personal that I told you in confidence.
Okay, let me tell you this. I'm not talking about the personal shit you told me. No, I am not a disgraceful human being that would use that against
Any
you.
of it isn't okay.
There is, that's where the line gets a little crossed to me. When it comes to
none of it. If I didn't say it on a stream, it's not okay.
Okay,
there's a reason that I haven't said it on a stream.
So do you want me to bring up another thing that like you said to me about someone in the LCU since it's all out there? Like is that what you want me to do? Because I mean I can do that.
No. What?
Okay. So I'm confused. I'm not trying to bait you. We can continue with this conversation, but if you guys want to stay on this, then we can do that as well. Up to you. You can let me know.
What in the fuck is happening right now?
So,
Hi, Grim.
quick question.
Welcome back.
Why are you telling him so much personal shit behind the scenes when you're trying to get away from him?
Because for the first week, there wasn't a problem. For the first week, there wasn't a problem.
The first week. He was a creep in the first week.
So now I wasn't a creep. Thank you. Let's fucking go.
You're welcome. Easy dub.
I've said this multiple times. I literally said this earlier. That was not a gotcha moment.
It was a gotcha moment because there you were making me look like a creep from the whole time. From the whole time.
Mute him.
From the whole time.
Please, for the love of God, fucking mute him.
I'm gonna stay fair about it, but I don't think there's an argument that there was a point.
No. I've said multiple times that the first week there wasn't a problem.
Ultra, have you shared personal things with her too? If we're gonna bait this, like, are we gonna bait this? Did you share personal things with her too?
Yes.
I'm not talking about her like personal life shit. I'm talking about like.
Well, no, don't deflect from this. Did you share personal things with her too?
Yes, I've already been open about that.
Okay.
So then that's not a.
So that's a fair 50-50 exchange. Was there a point where both of you stopped sharing personal things?
Yeah, at a certain point of when this thing started going up, and I was starting to like.
Wouldn't that be the line of delineation?
2 days. Yeah, I'm sorry. If you think my retarded ass has any idea what the line of delineation means, you're tweaking. I'm sorry.
Would that be the spot that maybe you guys had the split?
Yes.
I think if I can. The split was after Mike. Well, there were two splits. The first split was after Mike had talked to me, and then I started avoiding her, and then we had the conversation, and then after that,
you made me genuinely feel bad.
Well, I wasn't trying to make you. I wasn't trying to make you feel bad, like at all. That wasn't my point.
I'm just saying, after that conversation, I genuinely felt bad for ever bringing anything up to people or like for me meeting Mike, like for me thinking that Mike needed to talk to you. That's how I felt after that conversation. This is why like people have been confused because they're like, well, why were you talking again after? Why did you hop up on a show? And it's like, you literally were asked, like we were outside and you were making a thumbnail and Mike was helping you with that thumbnail.
I was showing Mike the thumbnail after I made it, but okay. He wasn't really helping me.
He wasn't helping you, but he was giving you like, he was like, I don't like that. I like that. Like, he was a part of the thumbnail.
So why did you, Abby? Why didn't you just say, no, I don't fuck with him?
So whenever I lost both of my co-hosts, I had no one to run OBS. I literally had none of the back end. I had nothing. I've never done any part of that. Multiple people were asked outside to help me with that show. No one would do it. No one would fucking help me. Xylee said after that she would have came up and helped me. She wasn't even on property during that time. She wasn't even 1 second. She literally wasn't even on fucking property at 4 a.m. This is also after the conversation that me and Ultra had where he made me feel bad, and we were we were on good-ish terms. And like Keem and Mike said in the Jester's room, that you should be able to you should be able to work together. You're still co-workers. If they thought it was bad enough, they would have just been you're fired, get out of fat camp immediately.
So are you saying that Mike and Keem, or whoever, it was just Mike, Keem, I believe, was asleep at that point. Are you saying that Mike should have not asked that of Ultra at this point to even put you back on?
I'm saying that at that point, me and him, we were on good terms at that point. But on top of that, he was literally asked to help me. And the Glammy episode, when I called him up there, I was this fucking close to putting her through the table. And I knew I'd get fired. And so I knew if a man is there, because a tiny little woman isn't going to help me. If a man is there, they at least can get in between and, that maybe stop that from happening. Or maybe he would help getting that shit on track, because that episode was such a fucking shit show. It was so bad. I was miserable during that episode. And so I messaged him and was help me, what the fuck is this, or something like that. And then he ended up coming to the studio and helping me. The next episode is whenever he sat in the producer area and made sure that was running, because I don't know how to do that. And that's the episode that Tech came into the studio.
Listen, at the end of the day, I mean, I if anybody had come to me and I was awake at 4 a.m. and they needed help, I would have tried my best to help them. If they asked me to help them, that isn't something that you need to feel bad about or in any sort of way. I get it. But at the same time, you have to understand the situation I'm being put in, being told not to talk to you. And then Keem starts saying, make a thumbnail for Abby. You're her simp, right? And help her out. And then Mike's like, hey, Ultra, come on. We know you like Abby. So go. And they were fucking trolling me with it. And you saw that. And they were like,
yeah,
go down, Ultra, go down and do the OBS for Abby. You're going to do it. And I literally said no. If you recall, I said no to Mike. And then you went. And then he goes, come on, Abby, just ask him. He'll do it. And then you go, pretty please, Ultra, no one's going to help me. And I go, yeah, fine, I'll do it. I was also trying to avoid you at that point, because I had a feeling that if I got into a situation where we were one-on-one, I probably was going to tell you. I knew myself. I was I know my personality. If I have a situation where it's the end of fat camp and I just want to get it off my chest, I'm going to do it. That's why I was kind of no, and they were kind of pushing it. And then after that, Keem had come out multiple times, was hey, Ultra, how's that thumbnail going? You got that thumbnail done? And Mike's okay, you're going to run OBS, right? And I'm okay. But I get it. And I even want, when Sour Power said, going down there, as, coworkers, me helping you, I get it. You needed help. I'm there to help. At the end of the day, it is still a job. I am there to work.
This is what I was trying to get to as well, is both of you were pushed into working together again. Even though it is coworker respective, this is part of the other thing too, because there's been no clear answer throughout the day of Abby asked for help, you were willing to help, and it sounded like both of you were kind of just yeah, but it sounds like both of you were not fucking with it. At the end of the day, obviously to some extent you couldn't solo and you're going to be kind of forced to do a show, and obviously Ultra probably didn't want to be, so it sounds like neither one of you were fucking with this, and you were getting pushed to work together quickly again after this too.
And they set up the first stream for me, because I've literally never even seen that side of YouTube. I've never seen the studio part of it. I've never I don't know how to input the thing from YouTube into OBS. I've never even seen the screen for OBS at that point. And so they helped me the first day. And then the second day, Glammy was supposed to be there and she didn't fucking show up. That's when she quit. So I had to.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
That's it.
Okay. You know what we should do? We should just blame Sour Power for teaching me OBS. We should just blame Sour Power. If he hadn't taught me how to do this shit, then I would have just been like, I can't do it, and we would have been good. Okay. Sour Power, fuck you. You put me in this situation.
It's all your fault, Sour.
It's all your fault, Sour.
I'm gonna start teaching more people. If this is all the shit that's gonna stir up, fuck it, I'll teach the world. I'll let all of you fuck up.
Know. I mean, I don't have a PC.
I want all of you to stream and crash and burn.
Use, but I think we all need to know OBS. So if you're ever put in a situation where you're solo, even if like your co-hosts don't quit, if they're not there, you don't have to like beg someone in host chat, like Bus earlier, having to be like, we need a fucking OBS runner. Like y'all have been, like y'all are on the biggest fucking show, probably more than one person.
Okay, I mean, Sour, is there anything else you want to clear up? Because I do. Oh, Grim's back.
Grim.
Yeah, I was gonna agree with Abby here. We need more OBS runners so that more women are safe. All right, we need more safe women.
Protect all women.
I feel like what Ultra did is practically equivalent to Grape. All right, it's just it is what it
is. Fucking hell, Grim, you motherfucker.
This is not what I was saying. I'm just saying I feel like we should all know how to run OBS.
Okay, Abby. At the end of the day, I am trying to get to a resolution here. That is why I stuck out the whole show. I mean, like, you know, have I gotten good at confrontation since being here than I was at the beginning? Yes. But do I like it? No, I don't think any human really likes it. Like, let's be honest.
No. I've said that multiple times. No. It's pretty different like this than it is in person.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
No one likes confrontation. I really don't like confrontation with men. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. With women, it's always just like a cat fight. It's like a bitch fight.
So
it's not.
I mean, okay. So now, given the whole situation's come out, can I ask you a question? And I think you already answered this earlier, but do you think that it was right for me to be banned from all IRL events and to have my host role taken away? Let me ask you that question.
I don't think your host role should have been taken away. I think the reason that you got banned from IRL events is because from Keem and Mike's perspective, they told you to do one thing and then you didn't do it, and then you threw Keem under the bus, which I do actually have questions about that. I am going to
bring that up. Fucking hell. Okay.
No, I am.
Oh, now you're baiting it. Okay. It was something I wanted to talk about.
Drowning in the water. You were drowning and you decided to pull Keem, like you tried to use Keem to like pull yourself out. And I heard from everybody that he didn't say that. And outside he gave his version and other people backed this up. And again, it could just be because it's Keem, but they all backed up his story.
You're on to something.
He said.
You're on to something. It is Keem.
So from your mouth, what is it that Keem said? What did he say and why did he say it?
So I mean, if I'm being straight up honest about the situation, because that's how I've been the whole fucking time. When the situation came up, originally, like it was because he I think this was the same one where like Steak had mentioned the stepdaddy con, because then Keem started asking me more about it. And he had said, like, he had like kind of like, he was intoxicated, and it was kind of jokingly, but he was like way out of your league. I could pull her easy though. Like I could easily pull her. Like that's what he had said. And I mean, like, I'll be honest, I regret bringing that up because I shouldn't have used it as kind of like a gotcha, Keem. I regret doing that to Keem because, like, at the same time, like, I know he hadn't meant it in that way, but I just kind of felt like the way he was painting me, I was just like, how are you going to paint me this way when you said that? That's the way I was thinking.
So I was told that he said if he was in your position, he would have no trouble pulling somebody because he wouldn't be a creep.
Yeah,
that's what was told to me, and that's what everyone like had backed up.
Okay. So now that we've talked about it, do you still think I'm a creep? I'll ask you that.
I think that you should have. I think that whole situation was fucked up, and I wish that it wouldn't have happened. And I wish that I would have went to you and said something. There were definitely quite a few moments at Fat Camp that I felt uncomfortable. I had thought that the conversation that Mike and Keem had with you. I didn't know that the conversation with Keem was short because but I had thought that had handled it. And then the conversation we had made me feel like a piece of shit. And then you would like dropped that you had feelings for me the whole time, and everything. I was like, oh shit, okay, so this whole time when I've been overthinking things and feeling like a piece of shit, like I've been right in it. And like, you know,
I mean, I can definitely see it from your Grim's back.
Why? What's up with the face, Abby? I feel like you're supposed to pop in. He's over here just looking
every time she's waiting for you to press the button. That's what it is.
She's like, you damn Muslim, just hit the red button already. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my
God. I'm Palestinian.
I'm Palestinian. I am Palestinian.
So, key takeaway here. Great way to put a nice little bow on this whole issue. All right.
Yeah.
If you're Muslim, don't interact with Abby. That's pretty much it.
God damn it.
Or if they are, they'll throw you off the building, bowling ball style, apparently.
Oh my God. Bro. Okay. You know what?
Can we interact as coworkers again?
Are you
at least at that point?
Listen. Oh, fuck it.
Fire sluts.
Boop.
A drama alert super chatted $19.99.
Fuck me. I'm
said
fucked.
it. I'm also banning myself from live events so I don't have to deal with you idiots ever again. Lol.
I love you, Keemstar. We can go do our own IRL event, Keem. You know, like we can do one together and we can just fucking like sit there and talk. Fuck it.
This is begging.
We're both begging as a joke is not begging to me. I'm not begging. I'm joking. I am doing a funny little bit. That's how I see it. I'm sorry you see it differently.
Abby, do you have any Band-Aids to Fisher Price your boo-boo of your feels that you can give out?
You think I wasn't lying to you?
You know what? Went a whole stream without crying. we are
okay. I tried my best to be cordial. Like I wasn't trying to come up here and just get into a screaming match with you. I know that's what everybody wants to see.
I know everyone. That's what Obama kind of portrayed it to.
That's what he wanted me to do as well. Like I get it. He's trying to do his thing. At the end of the day, like, I mean, I'm going to come up here and this situation is serious enough to me. Like I thought about it and I was like, this situation is too serious for me to come up here and just start making jokes at you. I'm not going to make it into a game because I do want a resolution. Well, I do want to move forward. I do just want this to get some closure.
Speaking of that, like Abby, I think at this point, one of the things I have to say in talking about Yo Mama, like one of the best times I've seen you have like strong opinions is with him. I'm going to say, I guess some of the concept is going to be like, as you're talking with people, maybe you need to bring more of that up and be a little bit more stronger. And Ultra, bro, you need to take a hint sometimes. And if you say like, go softer on me, then also that like Abby, you need to stand up for yourself more. And that's going to push off a bit. And Ultra, I think you need to take a hint. And if you say, hey, back off of me, don't be surprised when someone backs off.
No. This was a huge learning experience and I'd be an idiot not to take a lesson from it. So I will say this whole thing has been a learning experience for me. I know it's been kind of, you know. What's up, Keemstar?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, LCU.
How's everybody doing? Okay, so here's the part of the story. Did somebody say something? Here's the part of the story where I'm very, very confused. Okay. Mm-hmm. So yes, I understand that you were asked to like help with Abby. Okay. Like as you're saying this stuff, it's like refreshing my memory. When we first started arguing, I'm like, what? Like, again, my brain's not working. I'm fucking lost. I'm at fat camp. A million things are going on. Right. But that is true that we were picking on you, calling you a simp because we had no one to help Abby. Like that story all checks out with me. The problem is,
we lost you at the problem is.
Sorry, can you find out?
Oh.
No, Keem, don't do a cliffhanger. This isn't the end of some fucking TV
what's
show.
The problem? Oh no, that was the worst time for it to cut out.
What the fuck?
That's the biggest fucking cliffhanger ever.
Fuck this cliffhanger. I want to hear what the fuck he has to say. I was ready for it. What the fuck?
Oh
Keem?
No.
Are you there, Keem? Hello? Keem?
All right, this is either the best troll ever.
I apologize.
Keem? Okay. There we go.
I had a call for asking me what to do about the straight. My issue is, right, how do we get when Foxy is exposing this all in Jester, right? There was another issue with you not backing off. Why are we just talking about you helping out? Something else happened, all right, from the time after me, Mike, Steak have all told you to leave this girl alone. Something happened other than being told to help her out, which triggered this last day. And why is that not explained? What was that thing?
So from what I after you and Mike had spoken to me, I had avoided her for a while, and obviously we're under the same roof, and shit's getting a little awkward. So eventually, I'm just like, Abby, can we just talk, please? And I bring her in, we have a conversation, and we're good. After that, I was kind of like doing a little. I did a complete white lie.
Excuse me, Ultra.
Yeah.
Why don't we just let Abby answer the question? Yeah. Because,
the thing that bothered me the most and was like the nail in the coffin was the comments that were made at the very end of Fat Camp. The stepdad comments and me leaving my boyfriend comments. That's what made me crash out. And you going in main chat and saying that this is a Wonder Woman situation and fighting with my boyfriend in main chat and being disrespectful to him.
So can I talk now, Keem?
Okay.
If that's what you're meaning, Keem.
I'm just thinking about all this, and I'm like, I don't understand how the hell every single person says leave her alone, and then you were making the Wonder Woman comments, or the stepdaddy conversation. What day was that when the stepdaddy conversation took place?
So I've already clarified that. It wasn't me going around, Keem, and being like, I'm gonna be the stepdaddy to Abby's kid.
No. Listen, I was there. I know the context. You've talked about it privately. Okay. I want to know when that was. The night that I was drunk, the night that I said, oh, I could pull her, according to Ultra, which is not what I said, because other people told me what I said. But
it was 2 nights prior to what happened in the Jester's room.
Okay, so that was towards the end. That was after we told you to back off, right? Yeah. I understand you were drunk. Maybe you weren't really trying to be serious, but what I remember is I could be the stepdaddy. Were you being serious in that moment?
I don't know if you recall this, Keem, but when I had went out, I actually didn't even want to tell you because I was like, yo, I'm too out of it. And my dumb ass, I don't know why, but I go, yo, Steak, can you explain this to Keem? And then for some reason, Steak goes, Keem, he likes her. And then I think I guess being a little intoxicated, you just you saw it and you're like, oh, this is fucking gold content. So you're about to go to the Jester room from what Steak tells me. And he's like, I had to say that to him so that he would stop. So that's why he had told, because Steak has been the one to tell you that. And then you started pressing me about it. I never went to you and said, I want to be the stepdaddy. Steak had told you.
Whoa. Ultra, I clearly remember your back is up against the window. All right. We're on the back deck. We're at that table where everybody sat at, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And I remember you looking at Mike, looking at Steak, looking at me, big smile on your face. Like, what? I could be the stepdaddy.
No. So what?
No,
so what
Ultra, no.
Let me
Ultra.
say this.
Can I? Okay, I'm trying to explain the situation.
Okay, but you're not admitting that this happened. What you're doing is you're talking about a different time. So did this happen? Did you say that 2 days before the end of the Fat Camp? What? I could be the stepdaddy. Did you say that?
I think that like jokingly that might have left my mouth after Steak had told you that, because Steak had been the first one, and Steak can back me up on that. I had told Steak to tell you what's going on, because you had brought up the Abby situation and you're like, what's going on with her?
Okay.
After it.
Okay. So when I'm pressing you in the jester's room and I'm like, bro, you're still on this stuff. And you're like, no, I'm not. I'm like, I remember just 2 days ago, you were like saying that you could be the stepdaddy.
So, I mean,
Also,
are you talking about
stream,
the first situation? Go ahead, Abby.
Oh God.
Earlier in this stream, Ultra, you said that it was 2 separate situations.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you're backtracking again.
No, it was 2 separate situations. I'm not backtracking at all. The first situation was when I had come myself to it was Steak, I think Steak, Turbo, Phantom, Nightmare, and I come to them and been like, hey, I like have feelings towards Abby and I don't know what to do. And then they were kind of picking on me, being like, you ain't that guy, you ain't got that shit. You can't be like taking care of no fucking people's kids. Like they were kind of picking at me in a way.
Yes,
and
your response is could be the stepdaddy.
No, my response was I have the resources and the money to be able to do that for anyone in a relationship that has a kid if I like them that much.
All right. Well,
that's what I said.
I guess I'm just a pathological liar. And I guess, I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you, Keem. I don't know what to tell you.
Heard it, Steak heard it, I heard it, I guess I'm just
Gigi heard it.
We're all
like
liars.
Multiple people went to me and told me this happened.
Like I just said, like I said, that was the only day where I had drank. So if I had said that, sure, Keem has problems remembering when he drank. Can't imagine me that never drinks. So if I had said that, then I'm sorry.
According to Steak, Mike, and like everyone that was there, you took what I actually said like out of context to mean something completely different.
Yeah, he conveniently remembers that part.
There could have been miscommunication here. There could have been miscommunication here for sure.
You go, Keem, you said you could pull her, right? From what I heard, and I don't remember saying any of that. From what I heard, I was roasting you, saying like I'm basically not a weirdo. I'm not a creep. I'm not following someone around. I could pull
That's
it.
what I said earlier.
Because I'm not being a weirdo. That's basically how they were describing it to me. I don't even remember saying I was wasted.
Same. So that's what I'm saying.
So I was told by multiple people that what Keem had said is if I was in Ultra's situation, I wouldn't have a problem pulling Abby or pulling anybody because I wouldn't be a creep.
I might have misunderstood the context the way that I might have misunderstood the context. That might be on me. But in that situation, what I heard was like, shut the fuck up, Ultra. She's out of your league. I could pull her easy. That's like what I was kind of hearing.
The problem is you saying that after admitting your feelings to me. So I'm not going to take that as a joke. Other people aren't going to take that as a joke when you've gone behind like my back and you're talking to everybody about how you have feelings for me.
I wasn't going around to people and being like, I like Abby. I went to people because I went to people that I thought I could trust and brought it to their attention so they could help me out. That's what I was asking.
So you told people.
We did help you out. We told you to leave her the fuck alone.
Keem, I left her alone. Then Keem, can we paint the timeline a little better here for you? Because
we gotta go. It's 6 p.m. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Peace out, guys. Thank you for having me on.
I think the biggest problem, Ultra, is like you are so bad at telling a story. You'll like skip days, not explain that you're skipping days. You'll bring up points that are unrelated to this point to make a defense of something that's like you're all over the place. Like this is what like on the now like 4th or 5th version of what happened on that table where you said I could be the stepdaddy.
There's been multiple versions of the story for me and Abby. Both of us have been going back and forth. If you expect me to remember everything in a 2-week period that happened, like you can, I'm not like I don't know what to tell you.
I will say that this isn't like as crystal clear as it was at Fat Camp. Now that I have more context and whatnot. But I got to make a call. And, when multiple people are saying like back off and then 2 days before the end of Fat Camp, you make that comment and then the whole thing gets brought up and it's being debated in the jester room. and you were having the responses that you were having, I'm like, oh wait, this guy's like actually has no accountability. You know,
Keem,
he got to go.
Can I honestly tell you it? Can I tell you? I apologize to you multiple times. Even then, if you don't want to take
my fault.
No, I have said I haven't said it's your fault the entire time in this stream. Stop playing victim. I've said that it is 50, like they're more 50-50, and it was definitely not all on me and not all on you. That was the point I was trying to get across this whole
I just want to stress Marley Moo 79 in chat saying, Keem, please, you're the biggest creep in the LCU. That is so true. That is so true. And,
someone's got to make the donuts around here.
And to Marley Moo out there, I just want everyone to know I could pull that. See you guys.
See ya. And Chubbies, we are going to be redirecting to them in a moment. That's one of the biggest things I've been trying to get the timeline out for. Fuck, man. I don't know at this point. I really don't know. I was trying to get the truth out for it. We got to redirect to Chubbies, though.
Can I just ask right before you
quick, like a bunny?
Abby, do you want to just like fucking put this behind us and move forward, or do you want to keep bringing this up?
Yes,
I'm done.
No, I'm done.
I am genuinely done with this entire topic. It's been misconstrued multiple times. A bunch of different opinions forming the story that's gonna eventually end up being history. That's it. I mean, okay. I'm just saying I'm over with it. Is Abby over with it? Yes.
Yeah, I didn't ever want it to be public. Yes.
Me either. All right, sounds good.
You good, Abby?
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks, guys, for supporting. We are going over to Low-Cow Chubby right now. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Fucking A, dude. This is uncomfortable as shit.